Hey there guys, welcome back to ChaosNova Reads, the samples that are on the website, and you can follow along with these samples at chaosnova.co.uk. Previously, I read Syntax Salvage Part 1, and now I'm going to do Syntax Salvage Part 2, so enjoy. Gnarly took a breath of filtered air and pushed a button on his vacuum suit's forearm interface. Salvage log, Gnarly Verix, After he rescued the suit from discard pile during a military depot clean-out, he'd been gradually customising it to his own purposes. The Easy Buttons panel on the sleeve was among the more recent additions. Unidentified Reclaimer Vessel number 1. Scanners indicated 4 onboard life forms. Communications and warnings remained unanswered. Vessel took a direct course towards the cloud. Cross-reference video log number 05723. He pushed another button on his forearm. Now starting video log number 05724. He reached the airlock hatch, locked 3 red levers into operating position and pulled the main handle. He bounced through the opening and pulled the hatch until it snapped shut behind him. He waited for computer to confirm the pressure levels, the boarding tube's position and the other ship's orientation, then proceeded to handle the outer hatch. He locked it into open position and clamped himself onto the tube's lifeline. After some forward fumbling and careful clamping, he reached the other ship. The gasket indicator lights shone green in unison, the sign of a secure seal. Gnarly took his time to examine the reclaimer vessel's door. After a little while he felt confident enough to tackle the door's familiar yet strange controls. In case of interface failure, he could always rely on his trusty can opener. Come on. He secured himself into footholds and gave the handles another sharp tug. The door popped open and some smoky swirls reached past Gnarly, then settled into a thin mist that slowly filled up the boarding tube. He cleared his throat. Gained access to unidentified vessel. He switched on the suit's external lighting and slowly swept it along the interior. Considerable damage to all visible components. Vessel in critical condition, but no hull breach detected. Estimated safe salvage time. He took another sweeping look around. 2 kiloseconds, possibly less. He sighed. Idiots, what a waste. Gnarly ducked through some fallen structure and dodged trails of wire clusters before almost tripping over a loose panel. The localised gravity field was still working, but fluctuated heavily. Gnarly thought he saw odd shadows ebb at the edge of his vision, but knew better than to give in to his paranoia. Instead, he focused his efforts into finding the command centre, or its reclaimer equivalent. He saw some flickering and flashing, with blue sparks through a hole in the wall. He bounced closer to have a better look. The room had sustained so much damage that Gnarly could not even guess its original purpose. Estimated safe salvage time under 1 kilosecond. He hastened his search. After working his way through some more debris, Gnarly reached a larger room with some ripped control panels in plain view. He pointed his light over the room's contents, sparking consoles, broken seats, dead screens, dead bodies. Gnarly sighed. He was fully aware that finding survivors here would have been impossible. Having the reality stare into your face through burned eye sockets was another matter. Located command centre. All 4 detected crew members have perished. Gnarly glances the scene again. Something didn't add up. There were 5 seats in the command, each with an occupant. Correction. 5 deceased crew members. Side note. Recalibrate sense. Gnarly squinted and approached the 5th seat. Disregard. 4 deceased crew members, plus 1 deactivated android, presumably of reclaimer build, proceeding to locate ship's memory unit. His suit's audio alarm broke out, and the inside of his visor filled with red blinking light. The gas and temperature readings indicated open flames nearby. Without thinking, Gnarly unbuckled the android and slung it over his shoulder, pushing past the debris and dodging the ripped wiring. He made it to the boarding tube. Its lighting shone milky through the thick smoke shroud. He pushed the reclaimer vessel's hatch shut, felt his way to the lifeline, and once clamped to it, activated the tube detachment countdown. Dragging the android behind him, he groped along the lifeline until he felt Theory's hull under his palm. He wiggled his burden into the airlock, shut the hatch, and leaned back, finally allowing himself a sigh of relief. A helpful audio message let him know that the boarding tube had begun retracting. Gnarly waited until all the smoky air had been cycled away and airlock indicator lights turned green. He pushed through the inner hatch, dropped his cargo, and stepped into the suit alcove, letting it disassemble the unit piece by piece. Stripped of his suit, he stepped out of the alcove looking for a towel. Catching a glimpse of the android on the floor, Gnarly shook his head and chuckled. Jackpot. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, there are more reading samples available on chaosnova.co.uk, and in the future, very near future, Seeker will be available on Amazon in its entirety for your enjoyment, so look out for that. And yeah, see you on the next one.